Interactive Filtering with Bokeh, a Beginner's Guide. Welcome! In this lesson, you will learn how to use Python and Bokeh to interactively filter and visualize time series data. By the end, you will be able to load real data with pandas, create basic plots with Bokeh, build interactive filters to explore trends, work with a real airline passengers dataset. Let us get started. Running the cell now. What is Bokeh? Bokeh is a Python library that makes interactive plots in the browser. You can scroll, zoom, and filter data with just a few lines of code. It is a great tool when you want to see patterns in large datasets. Running the cell now. We import the warnings library. We call filter warnings with ignore so warnings do not show up. This comment explains that the notebook will stay tidy by hiding warnings. Running the cell now. We start with a comment that says, let us set up our tools. We import pandas as PD so we can work with data tables. We import figure, show, and output underscore notebook from bokeh.plotting so we can draw and show plots in the notebook. We import slider, column data source, and custom JS from bokeh.models to add interactive controls and data connections. We import column from bokeh.layouts to arrange sliders and plots vertically. We call output underscore notebook so that all plots appear inside this notebook. Running the cell now. This comment tells us we are setting up the data. We store the web address of the dataset in a variable called URL. We read the CSV file from that address into a pandas data frame called df. We convert the month column into datetime format. We sort the data frame by month so the rows are in time order. We print the shape of the data frame to see how many rows and columns it has. We display the first few rows as a quick preview. Running the cell now. This comment says we are plotting the passenger time series. We create a figure with a title, time-based x-axis, and set its size. We draw a line plot of month versus passengers with a line width of 2. We set the x-axis label to month. We set the y-axis label to passengers. We call show with the plot so it displays in the notebook. Running the cell now. Try changing the title in the plot to your name's dashboard. Why interactivity? Looking at data is powerful, but what if you want to explore? With filters, you can zoom in, focus on certain time periods, or find trends. Bokeh lets you do this with sliders and buttons. It makes discovering insights easier. Running the cell now. This comment says we are creating a column data source so plots update live. We make a column data source with month as X and passengers as Y. Running the cell now. This comment says we are making an interactive plot that filters by year. We extract the unique years from the month column. We create a slider that starts at the earliest year and ends at the latest year. We write a JavaScript callback function that will update the data when the slider changes. We get the data from the source. We make a variable called all_data pointing to the data. We make another variable called df_data pointing to the data. We store the current slider value in year. We make an empty list called X. We make an empty list called Y. We loop through each data point in X. We get the year of the current date. If the year is greater than or equal to the slider value, we keep this point. We push the X value to the new list. We push the Y value to the new list. After looping, we set the source data to the new X and Y. We emit a change so the plot updates. We finish the callback code. We connect the slider to the callback with JS_on_change. We create a new figure for filtered passengers with a datetime x-axis. We draw a green line plot using the filtered data. We set the x-axis label to month. We set the y-axis label to passengers. We show both the slider and the plot together using column. Running the cell now. Move the slider and see what patterns you notice. Do passenger numbers go up or down after 1955? This comment says we are adding a second slider to set an upper year limit. We import range slider from Bokeh.models. We create a range slider that starts at the minimum year and ends at the maximum year, with both handles set to cover the full range. We write a second JavaScript callback function. We store the lower bound of the range in YR0. We store the upper bound of the range in YR1. We make a new empty list X. We make a new empty list Y. We loop through all the months in Fulks. We turn each month into a date object. We get the year number from the date. If the year is greater than or equal to YR0 and less than or equal to YR1, we keep this point. We push the month into the X list. We push the passenger number into the Y list. After looping, we set the source data to the filtered X and Y. We emit a change to update the plot. We finish the callback code. We connect the range slider to the callback. We create a new figure with a datetime x-axis and a title. We draw a navy line using the filtered source data. We set the x-axis label to month. We set the y-axis label to passengers. We display the range slider and the plot together. Running the cell now. Break time, recap. So far, you have learned how to set up Bokeh and pandas, visualize real data, use interactive sliders to filter time ranges. It is starting to look powerful, right? Running the cell now. This comment says we are doing a mini exercise to count months in the filter. We calculate n_months as the length of the X data in the source. We print out the number of months that are currently shown. Running the cell now. This comment says we are filtering by value and only showing months with more than 400 passengers. We import checkbox group, custom JS filter, and CDS view from Bokeh.models. We create a checkbox group with a label to show only months above 400 passengers. We write a third JavaScript callback function. We check if the checkbox is active and store this in show_high. We make an empty list X. We make an empty list Y. We loop through all months. If show_high is off, we show all data. If it is on, we only keep values greater than 400. We push the month into X when it matches the filter. We push the passenger number into Y when it matches the filter. After looping, we set the new source data. We emit a change so the plot updates. We finish the callback code. We connect the checkbox to the callback with JS_on_change. We create a new figure with a datetime x-axis and a title. We draw a red line using the filtered data. We set the x-axis label to month. We set the y-axis label to passengers. We show both the checkbox and the plot together. Running the cell now. This comment says we will try our own filter by entering a threshold. We ask the user to input a passenger threshold. We start a try block to convert the input into an integer. We assign the input as an integer to the variable threshold. We handle the except case if the input is not a number. We print a message asking for a valid number. We set threshold to 300 as a default. We create a mask to filter passengers greater than the threshold. We apply the mask and create a filtered data frame. We print how many months are above the threshold. Running the cell now. This comment says we are building a complete dashboard as a mini project. We import text input and toggle from Bokeh.models. We create a text input box with a default value of 300 and a label. We create a toggle button labeled Only Show Busy Months, styled in green, and set it off by default. We write a fourth JavaScript callback function. We read the threshold from the text box and parse it as an integer. If parsing fails, we use 0. We read whether the toggle button is active and store it in busy. We make an empty list X. We make an empty list Y. We loop through all months in the dataset. If the toggle is off, we keep everything. If it is on, we only keep values above the threshold. We push the month into the X list. We push the passenger number into the Y list. After looping, we set the source data to the filtered X and Y. We emit a change to update the plot. We finish the callback code. We connect the text input to the callback. We connect the toggle button to the callback. We create a new figure with a datetime x-axis and a title. We draw an orange line with a thicker width using the filtered data. We set the x-axis label to month. We set the y-axis label to passengers. We show the text box, the toggle button, and the plot together in a column. Running the cell now. This comment says we are looking at best practices to keep data and visualization separate. We define a function called filtered_df with parameters dataframe and minute_passengers set to 0 by default. The function returns rows of the dataframe where passengers is greater than minute_passengers. We print a message showing an example for months with over 350 passengers. We display the first few rows of the filtered dataframe. Running the cell now. This comment says we are troubleshooting when Bokeh widgets do not update. This comment says a common reason is that the source is not being changed, or JavaScript errors stop the callback. This comment says you should try printing or logging inside the callback to test. This comment says you should make sure you use column data source and not plain data frames. We print a reminder message about checking source setup and widget wiring. Running the cell now. Extra tip, you can export your interactive plots. Bokeh lets you save your dashboards as HTML files for sharing. Just use bokeh.io.output_file with the file name mydashboard.html before show. It works great for presentations at work or school. Running the cell now. This comment says we have a challenge to make a filter for the busiest quarter. We calculate the quarter of each month from the month column. We find the quarter that matches the month with the maximum number of passengers. We print the busiest quarter as the result. Running the cell now. Recap, what have you learned? You loaded time series data, built live plots, and created rich filters. Bokeh makes interactive exploration simple even for beginners. These skills work with many business and science datasets. Nice work reaching this point. Running the cell now. Thanks for learning with us. Try out your new Bokeh skills on your own data. Share your dashboards with friends, classmates, or your boss. Subscribe for more beginner tutorials and tips right here on YouTube. Running the cell now.